am preaching this morning what I title is my season of restoration. Is my season of restoration. I have just done a wonderful job by opening up our spirit and reminding us again and prophesying to us that is our season of restoration. I just want to say loud amen.
So he was able to decode what is gossiping was a lie. So she said, your kingdom is my priority. I know that they already bought that now, that Eli is about to go and meet you, and then the sons are wayward and they can't stay in the order of the priesthood, and so you need a man that will stand in the place of Eli when he's gone. God, if you give me a male child, I will give him back to you. And quickly she said so. Boom, I won't open. She gave birth to Samuel, one of the greatest prophets that ever lived. That if someone enter into a city, the whole city will be shaking. One man came. The tender age, God began to encounter him. Because one woman understood that God comes first before any other thing. I pray for somebody, may God give you hand enter kingdom. Your wasted years, to what end? To what end? You may cry, Lord, I need a job. God knows the day you find that job, that will be the reason why you'll be in church. Say, I work from Monday till Saturday, Sunday, I need to rest. I just got to rest, So members, you're selling out on Sunday, come market. There's no God factor. You need that, you can experience restoration of it. For some people, because Melina has become an atonement in her flesh. It is not, it is easy. Why don't you have your own child? I can never be. When she recently says her neighbor's child and Aaron, come here. If it is to make she born at home, she'll be sending for Hannah to hear. Hannah wept and wept and wept. I was thinking the tears will move God. Your tears don't move God. It's only touch, but your tears doesn't move God. We do not have the high priest who is not touched by the feelings of our infirmity. But listen, his touch does not mean he's moved. It is faith that moves God. And part of the platform of faith is kingdom advancement, giving and service. Are you listening to me? So one day, Hannah, having been mocked, like every other usual day, this day she refused to eat, and she came before the house of the Lord early hours of the morning and entered the church, and she knelt down the altar, and her lips were moving, but her words wasn't heard. That even the priest thought that she was drunk this early morning, but she was pouring her heart before the Lord. What did she do that brought about the miracle? She said, Lord, if you can give me a nature answer. She discovered that Eli was already old and is about to transit. Eli will soon die, and his sons that would have taken over from him in the order of priesthood, the sons have also missed God. They are rebels to God. Are you listening to me? And God has already pronounced judgment to finish them. The sons were rebels. They were sleeping with married women in church, stealing from the offering, and they ought to be the next priest after Eli. So Hannah discovered that God needed a man. Some say man. God needed a man. So what we feel next time? So he said to God, if you can give me a male child, what will happen? I will give him back to you. God said, now you talk out. Now you have been able to decode what I need. He made God the priority. So when he said that we give you God this child to fill in the family, because I know you are looking for a man. You've got to be in the place of the Spirit to know what God needs, to know God's agenda per time. Until your prayer is in line with God's will, you can never bring restoration.